Are there things other than skincare products that you can use to promote and support youthful skin? In this video, I'm going to go over the top 6 research-backed anti-aging strategies that I incorporate into my life every single day for anti-aging. Do you do any of these things on this list? Keep watching to find out. Hi, I'm Brandon, an anti-aging enthusiast just like you, bringing to you anti-aging research, tips, and vlogs every single week. If anti-aging topics are an interest to you, please consider subscribing. I would love to share this space with you. Sunscreen, retinol, and vitamin C are the 3 main pillars when it comes to skin anti-aging. But when it comes to a holistic approach to anti-aging, there are many other factors involved that can contribute significantly to your efforts. It's not all about skincare. In fact, there are several non-skincare related strategies that you can incorporate into your life right now to support your anti-aging efforts. Number 1 is UPF 50 clothing. Sun protection is key. It's paramount when it comes to anti-aging. Sunscreen, obviously, because it not only prevents sunburn and UVB damage, but it also prevents UV-induced sun damage or photoaging. UVA, and in some respects visible light, and UVB are key drivers in skin aging. UV from the sun increases reactive oxygen species and free radical damage. It upregulates MMPs, matrix metalloproteinases, which are enzymes in the skin that degrade collagen. And it can cause DNA damage as well as inflammation. Inflammation is also a key driver, a key component, a downstream effect of UV damage, as well as other things in our environment like pollution. While sunscreen obviously is a must, UPF 50 clothing also holds extreme benefit for protecting the skin and may even be more beneficial according to some research studies. UPF stands for ultraviolet protection factor, and UPF 50 fabrics woven into clothing helps to protect the skin against UV radiation. Common fabrics include bamboo, nylon, polyester, as well as wool. In one study, 4 UPF fabrics blocked UV radiation better than sunscreen, and that included both UVB and UVA. And the reason why UPF 50 clothing may be deemed more beneficial or more effective than sunscreen is because clothing offers a physical barrier from visible light as well as UVB and UVA. Also, many people don't apply sunscreen either consistently or sufficiently enough to cover all of their skin, all of their exposed areas of their skin. They're not reaching that SPF on the label, and therefore they're getting some gaps in their skin where the sunscreen should be, and the skin is getting exposed to that UV radiation. Now, this isn't to say that sunscreen doesn't work. I'm not saying that clothing should be your primary go-to. Obviously, sunscreen is going to be a lot more beneficial for the face when you're going outside and you're not using any sort of covering unless you do wear a UPF 50 mask of some sort, as well as sunglasses, but you're still going to have some areas where it's going to be exposed to UV, and that's where sunscreen really meets that gap. Overall, sunscreen and UPF 50 clothing combined creates a powerful strategy for anti-aging. The number 2 anti-aging strategy that I incorporate every single day is nutrition. Plant-based whole foods offer a virtual fountain of youth that many people just don't utilize because they're either too busy and or they don't prioritize healthy eating. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory diets are critical for skin anti-aging because they help fight off the very key components that drive skin aging. These are namely free radicals, oxidative stress, and inflammation. Foods high in vitamin C, which is a powerful, potent antioxidant, a well-researched antioxidant, not only help to stabilize free radicals, but vitamin C is also involved in collagen synthesis. For vitamin C-rich foods, choose broccoli, kale, spinach, as well as bell peppers. These contain a high amount of polyphenols as well. You definitely can get vitamin C from oranges, but I personally don't eat a lot of fruit just because of the sugar content. Sugar, especially in excess and refined, can lead to the accumulation of something called advanced glycation end products, which are aptly named AGEs, and this is when a protein and sugar bind together and glycates, and that can contribute to skin aging. One of the things that I also incorporate into my diet a lot is broccoli and broccoli sprouts, because these are high in a compound called sulforaphane, and sulforaphane activates the NRF2 factor. This regulates and orchestrates cellular defenses against oxidative stress. And NRF2 factor also plays a significant role in skin anti-aging by protecting the skin against photoaging or sun damage from the inside out, typically via the regulation and the orchestration of the antioxidants. Garlic and onions also contain higher amounts of sulfur compounds, which may protect the skin against UV, as well as inhibit to a certain extent those MMPs, those collagen degrading enzymes. And there are many more anti-aging nutrients, compounds, foods that I can devote an entire podcast to. If you're interested in my podcast, which is sort of a longer form, you can check that out. Number 3 anti-aging strategy is stress reduction. We all know that stress and anxiety can play a huge role in our physical health, but what many people may be surprised to know, when not controlled and directed to a positive goal, can have negative effects on your skin. Namely, stress can lead to and exacerbate oxidative damage and inflammation. The skin is an immediate stress perceiver, and chronic stress can lead to the overactivation of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And a lot of us are probably familiar with cortisol in relation to weight gain, mean, cortisol, when compounded by the negative effects of UV, of pollutants in our environment, of a diet that isn't very adequate in terms of antioxidants, this can have negative impacts on the collagen and elastin in the skin. Stress reduction, anxiety reduction, there's always going to be something that can be a trigger for stress and anxiety, but directing it toward a positive end is always beneficial for helping to just transform it into something that can be creative and that can actually serve you. So reducing stress can include participating in social events or just doing something that you enjoy, watching a funny movie, exercise, meditation, getting enough sleep and rest. All of this can be helpful, extremely helpful in a holistic approach to anti-aging. And this leads me to the fourth anti-aging skin strategy, and that is sleep. Many people underestimate the power of sleep, and that's why so many people are under a sleep debt. Sleep is one of the most important components of anti-aging, both in terms of longevity, but also in terms of the skin. How many times have you skimped on sleep for whatever reason and looked in the mirror and saw that your skin wasn't quite up to par? It was either dry or dull, or you had bags under your eyes and you just didn't look the best. Consistently inadequate sleep can lead to potentially permanent changes in the skin's architecture just because you're not getting that restoration and that healing overnight that you need. In my case, I personally try to reach for 8 hours of sleep at the minimum, and that's just sort of my sweet spot. I can go to 9 hours. It just depends on the individual. Personally, 8 hours is the best for me, where I feel the most well rested. Sleep is also associated with melatonin production from the pineal gland in your brain. Your brain produces melatonin in response to darkness. So when the sun goes down, and hopefully when you don't have any lights on, you're sort of in a low lit environment, you're not getting blue light from the screens into your eyes, you want to improve that melatonin production from your brain at night. Not only does it help to promote sleep by making you sleepy, melatonin is also a powerful antioxidant that your brain produces for free as long as you have the right stimuli, or lack thereof, I should say. And research now suggests that melatonin may prevent mitochondrial and DNA damage, oxidative stress, and inflammation caused by solar stress, emotional mental stress, improper nutrition. Melatonin also detoxifies many radicals, whereas classical antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin A only really detoxify one radical. One study found that melatonin reduced reactive oxygen species production, as well as MMP1 expression, those collagen degrading enzymes, and increase collagen expression in skin cells. And that's just one of the many studies of melatonin's effects on the skin. Unfortunately, thanks to Thomas Edison, we now have lights bombarding our environment at all times of the day, preventing our full release of melatonin from our brain. So that's why, again, I'm trying to reiterate the importance of, at night, to wind down at least an hour before bed, get in a low lit environment, if lit at all, meditate, do some stress reduction techniques, try to just relax and let the darkness work for you by producing that antioxidant-rich melatonin. Not only will it help you sleep, it will also provide many numerous benefits to your skin as well as your health overall. The number 5 anti-aging strategy is exercise. This comes to no surprise to anyone because exercise, we all know, benefits your health just overall and in many different ways. But exercise, particularly weight-bearing exercise as well as interval cardio, can increase human growth hormone just naturally, which many say is beneficial for anti-aging and anti-aging of the skin. Overall, exercise helps to increase blood flow to the skin, which may prove also beneficial in just improving the oxygen saturation as well as nutrient saturation in the skin. Some research suggests that resistance training may rejuvenate skin by reducing circulatory inflammatory cytokines. Exercise also helps to just regulate hormones like cortisol and the stress hormones, thus having an additional benefit for the skin and for longevity and anti-aging overall. But obviously, if you're exercising outdoors, sunscreen, breathable UPF 50 clothing, avoiding the sun at the peak hours of UV is very important because you want to try and reduce that exposure to that UV radiation. And the number 6 anti-aging strategy that isn't skincare is getting an air purifier. Particulate matter, smoke, pollutants in our environment can accumulate on the skin and lead to oxidative damage, free radical and reactive oxygen species generation, as well as inflammation and degradation of collagen. It can also lead to lipid peroxidation in the skin. Unfortunately, pollution is something that we can't completely get away from in this world. It seems to be pervasive everywhere. And while you can definitely wash your face every day, which you should be washing your face every day to just try and slough off those accumulated pollutants and particulate matter from your skin, you can also apply antioxidant serums as well as sunscreens that have antioxidants in them. The fortunate thing is, in this day and age, in this modern world, we have air purifiers. And these, depending upon the brand, the efficacy of each one is variable, but air purifiers can purify the air to sometimes a significant degree in your home. This is just another anti-aging investment and sort of a long-term investment, in my opinion. It doesn't involve you putting anything on your skin or putting anything on your body or really having to take any active steps other than investing in the air purifier. But it's something that I personally think is worth it, especially when you're spending a good deal of time indoors. You can be around the air purifier and be around the more purified air. Installing it in like your living room or your bedroom or your home office, that can play a significant role in again, a holistic approach to anti-aging. And those are my top 6 research-backed anti-aging approaches that you can take and that don't involve sunscreen or skincare, although those things are important as well. Do you incorporate any of these tips in your lifestyle? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you think I missed anything, also let me know down below in the comments. I would love to learn from you. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button down below, and also consider subscribing if you're into anti-aging research and you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.